Do you ever notice how we don't have to teach our kids to be selfish? It's part of our sinful nature. It comes way too naturally sometimes. Instead, we have to be intentional about helping our kids build character traits such as kindness, compassion, empathy, and selflessness. Last month at the Teach 'em Diligently Homeschool Convention, I met the guys from Generous Family, and I was really impressed by their Generous Students Homeschool Curriculum Kit. I finally got my hands on a box, and I'm so excited to share it with you so you can learn about a fun, easy option for inspiring kindness in your kids, building generous hearts, and most importantly, learning about biblical generosity and teaching the compassion of Christ through practical application. Thank you so much for checking out my channel, Blessed Homeschool. I'm Sara, and I love sharing tips, resources, and encouragement with homeschooling parents here and on my blog, blessedhomeschool.com. If you would, please hit that subscribe button below so you don't miss out on future content. I recently did a video on our homeschool choices for the fall, but we're actually going to give this curriculum a try over the summer. And if it goes well, we'll continue with it in the fall. I have a preschooler who will be 5 in December, twins who will be in 5th grade, and a 6th grade son. I love that the Generous Students Homeschool Curriculum Kit was designed to be completed by the entire family from preschool all the way through high school. So if you desire to teach great life skills in your homeschool, build a Bible-focused family, and raise kids who are generous and giving, probably most of us, right? I think you're gonna love this curriculum. So let's dig in. I'm going to unbox this thing and show you everything that's included. Plus, I have an amazing, generous offer to share with you. This company practices what they preach. Okay, so here is the box, Generous Students Homeschool Edition, 7 Ways of Living Generously Road Trip. 7 ways of living generously that we're gonna learn about. So on the side, we've got 26-week curriculum with daily activities teaching biblical generosity, 125 plus Bible verses, more than 40 historical and biblical generosity heroes, journal prompts, audio and video stories, library lists, and more. So let's go ahead and open this up and see what we've got. Right away, we've got 3 student journals that come with this box. We have 1 Generosity Heroes book. All right, we've got some stickers, generosity jar, and then 3 sets of stickers, probably to go with the student journals, and then our instructor guide. Okay, so those are the contents of the box. I'm gonna go through the student journal, this book, and the instructor guide, flip through them just so you can see what each of them look like. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with the instructor guide. Let's open this up. All right, so right away we have just some instructions for the teacher, lesson objectives and contents. This is, as it said on the box, a 26-week curriculum. So there are all of our 26 weeks, and they do say it should only take about 10 minutes or so a day to complete, so not that time consuming. Okay, so if we get into week 1, what is generosity? It will tell us our objectives. Okay, so we're gonna write what we're grateful for, create our personal definitions, look at verses about generosity during devotional time, meet one of the generosity heroes, and then watch a video and have a discussion, okay? So for the day 1, we've got, looks like a very scripted lesson and an intro activity. So it tells me what to do before we begin, and it tells me exactly what to say and when I need to pause, allow them to answer, and then some different suggestions for the answers. So it looks like it's very scripted out. We've got a simple lesson, and then we have an activity. It's probably gonna go along with our journals. And then we have a Bible rest stop. So we're going over a scripture verse, and then we have some questions about that. Let's take a look real quick at our journals and see how this matches up. So we've got our roadmap in the beginning. And then, okay, so right here, what is generosity? Get into gear. So color-coded, it matches up really well, gives the student a space to write this in their journal. For the get rolling part, again, there's a space to write their brainstorm and then their definition. And then when we get down here for the rest stop, again, just a little space to write out their answers for that portion. Okay, so when we get into day 2, all right, so we've got map it out, a scripture connection, devotion time, some Bible verses, and again, very scripted with what I need to say. We have an activity to live it out, and then a prayer. Okay, so we've got kind of a theme supporting devotional on this day, and we have an opportunity to live out what we are learning. If I go to that day in my journal, you'll see we have our scripture connection. Again, more space to write. And let's see, I think it's just actually for this day, it just goes to the live it out. This must be day 3. Yep. Okay, so on day 3, that's where we find this generosity hero. Okay, so every week on day 3, it says we're gonna feature a generosity hero. And that is gonna pull in this book right here. So here it says, we're gonna read amazing stories of generosity from historical, biblical, and everyday heroes that serve as wonderful examples of living a life of giving. These real life heroes will show you that even though giving may not always be easy, it's always the best. Okay, so we've got, looks like about a couple pages per hero, and there's our first one right there. So we're gonna read this, and then we have a couple of questions to discuss, and the kids can fill that out in their book. So a lot of great people in here that we're gonna read about, some biblical, some historical. Oh, we read about him this year in our curriculum. Okay, so there's that book, our generosity heroes. Okay, so that's day 3. We have another rest stop here. Days 4 and 5. So on these days, okay, so it says fuel up. All right, we're going to watch a video, it looks like, have a discussion. So these, we're gonna log into the instructor portal for this. They're gonna write down any questions that they had. Okay, and this goes to week 2. So here, it looks like day 4 and 5 are kind of combined. They've got some extension opportunities listed. So an example would be writing an acrostic poem, creating a generosity story, a craft idea. It says for younger students. So it looks like day 4 and 5 are just gonna be videos, games, stories to kind of round out our week and just offer additional fun activities that the kids can do. They've also got on this page a library stop. So theme related supplemental reading list. If you want to go to your library, grab some of these books. This looks like it will be something really helpful that'll just introduce and reinforce the theme that you're learning about. And then it moves right into week 2. So again, lessons look like they're going to be really short, but looks like they're going to promote some great discussions. I love that the kids have their own journals that follow really closely with the teacher manual, and they're going to have a great little keepsake when they're done with this. What I'm going to do now is actually log into the instructor portal. Haven't done that yet, so we're going to log in and look around so we can see exactly what's included there. Okay, so I've logged into the instructor portal here, and it says that I'm going to find videos and audio files for the lessons, additional activities, resources, and things like that on here. It looks like they are still obviously adding more content, so I'm not sure if they've got the full amount here yet or not, but let's just scroll through and see. They have week 1. They have a couple of videos to add to your lessons. There might be an audio file here that they're going to add. Week 2, a couple of other videos. Week 3, okay, we've got a download here. So just an additional activity. So they do have some printables, some extra videos. I think the coloring pages will be great to use with my little one since he won't have his own activity journal just yet. All right, so just scrolling through. It does look like they've got some great resources here. and that they will continue to add to it. So some different links probably to go along with that lesson. Just going to scroll through quickly. Right, and that at the end of the program, week 26, we have a certificate of completion, and then it looks like we might be hosting a generosity party. There's some invitations there and an additional activity. So it looks like for now, that's what you get when you log into the instructor portal. I think mostly everything is going to be in your instructor guide and in your student books, but these are just some additional resources that they've curated for you that can add just a little bit to your lessons. And it does look like they're going to continue to add content to this so you can get the most value out of your kit. I am excited to get started with this curriculum. I love that it's something we can all do together, and it doesn't look like it will take a lot of time. We can do it before our day starts, during our lunch break, or even in the evening after dinner. I think that having a resource to help teach my kids to live more generously will help me be more intentional about it. Not that we don't have little teachable moments here and there throughout our days, but I think that having an engaging curriculum like this can really help drive the message home. Learning about the different generosity heroes will be really inspiring. Plus, teaching my kids a biblical perspective on this is important to me. And it can be time consuming to try to create lessons and resources on your own, pulling everything together. Generous Family has done it for you. And here's a discount code for you. Use the code GIVE20 for $20 off the kit. There's no expiration date on this coupon, and you can stack it with the code they give to new subscribers. I'll drop the website link in the comments. Go sign up for their email list, get the coupon code, and then use GIVE20 to take an additional $20 off. Thanks so much for watching. Drop a comment if you have any questions, and don't forget to like and subscribe if this video was helpful to you. It will help others to see it as well. And please also consider sharing if you know of any other homeschool parents who might like to check out what Generous Students has to offer and this awesome, generous discount on the Generous Students Homeschool Curriculum Kit.